What's up, guys? Pronto here, and before I go into the off season, I wanted to show you guys some statistics and also the standings at the end of the season. As you can see, the league leaders in the NFL for their record was 14-2 Philadelphia Eagles. I'm gonna scroll through the rest real quick. If you want to see what your team did, your favorite team did, you guys can check that out. Pause the video. I'm gonna scroll real fast, but you guys can check that out on your own because I don't want to go through all of it and make a long video. Jaguars 2-14 at the end of the season. Just thought I'd make note of that. And then we'll go on to the season stats. In the NFL, we'll do the league leaders of everything. So we're going to go overall yards. Drew Brees as quarterback, 4,650 yards. Total number of touchdowns, 38 touchdowns. Matthew Stafford with 36 right behind him. Well, that'll kind of be hard to tell. Most interceptions by Alex Smith, then Jay Cutler. But, I would say, Dalton and Eli Manning will probably be the highest for interceptions for starting quarterbacks, other than Alex Smith and all those guys. But you guys can check all that out. The longest pass play was by Matt Ryan with 88 yards. I thought it would be a bit bigger. Most sacked quarterback is actually Matthew Stafford, which isn't a good thing. So that might be why we might be looking at some rookies that are offensive linemen for sure. I might have to check that out. Completion percentage, 61% by Peyton Manning. I think that should be average yards per game per attempt was Maurice Morris. And Cliff Avril, I don't know why he's on there. But actually, Matthew Stafford actually leading actual quarterbacks in that stat. That's kind of interesting. And leading rushing yards is Michael Turner. And followed behind Adrian Peterson. Highest average would be Michael Bush with 7.6 yards per carry. Most touchdowns, Adrian Peterson. Average per game, Michael Turner with 109. Most fumbling was Thomas Jones of the Kansas City Chiefs. Most broken tackles, Michael Turner ripping shit up. And LeGarrette Blount, we all know he's a beast. What else? Most 20-yard plus gains, Peterson and Mendenhall. Not far behind Grant and Turner. Longest run, 99 yards by Michael Turner. That's a huge, huge run. Almost 100. It would have been crazy if I saw 100. Because I haven't checked these guys' stats out yet. So, total receiving yards leader is Wes Welker. 1,437. And average, I saw that coming. Calvin Johnson Jr. And average yards per game, Wes Welker, 90 about. And touchdowns was Calvin Johnson Jr. with 19. Yards after catch was actually Greg Jennings. I kind of want to see that stat. Most drops was by Sidney Rice, so I got to make sure not to pick him up because nothing gets me more pissed than a drop ball. Longest throw, or longest reception, I should say, was by Harry Douglas, 88 yards. Most pancakes was by Jordan Gross of the Carolina Panthers. Most sacks allowed right there. Maybe we should get a new right tackle because he allowed 15 sacks. That's big. I don't think... Oh, right there. Steven Peterman, right guard. That right side was always cracking down and... there's always guys coming out of that right side. So anyways, total amount of solo tackles is Jonathan Villa with 123, 123. Total tackles in total, Lamar Woodley. Tackles for a loss, Cliff Avril, he's a beast. Sacks, Cliff Avril, followed closely by Jason Pierre-Paul, which is pretty damn good. Interceptions, 10 by Rondé Barber. Interceptions, yards, then Rondé Barber taking it back a lot. And that won't really matter. Forced fumbles, we'll check out Stephen Tulick. That's the guy on our team. Recovered fumbles was Tony Romo. That's kind of a weird stat for a quarterback to have. I guess once he fumbles, at least he gets it back. I guess that's kind of saying. Most safeties, they all got 1 there. You guys can check that out if you want to see. And touchdowns, Rodney Barber with those interceptions took it back a lot. Kicking, I don't know if it really matters. There's the kicking leader. Punting leader for punts. There you go. Yards, there you go. Kick return, I kind of want to see, because I might get somebody that's very good at kick returns. Leon Washington with over 1,400 yards. Only 1 TD for all those guys. Not many TDs off kick returns. And punt returns, I don't even know. Oh, there was actually a lot of TDs from Deshaun Jackson, taking it back 3 times off punt return. That's pretty good. Ted Ginn leading it in yards. And long was Ted Ginn. And that should be it for stats. I also wanted to see team stats real quick. And then that'll be it. So in the NFL, leading total yards on offense was the New Orleans Saints. Offense, New Orleans. Passing, New Orleans. Rushing, Falcons with Michael Turner, of course. Points per game, Eagles. Passing touchdowns was the Saints. We're down at number 4 slot. Rushing touchdowns, the Raiders at 17. The sacks, yes, like we saw, that was the Lions. First downs, the most was by the Washington Redskins. The least was by us. God, that is not a good stat. We gotta work on going for a little bit of shorter plays more often. Our defense allowed the less yards, I should say. I don't know what I was going with there. By almost 1,000. That is a good defense. We shouldn't be drafting anybody. I might get a couple cornerbacks though. Jaguars doing the worst with over 2,000 more than the Lions. And we're like, once again, we're stopping the pass. Jaguars, not. Rush, we're stopping the rush. Panthers, we're not there. Total points allowed, Chargers just snuck in underneath us there. That's the team we faced in the Super Bowl. And Buccaneers allowed 414. Our total amount of sacks, we got the most sacks. Bills got the least. Fumbles, Browns got the most. Steelers got the least. Interceptions, Eagles got the most. And then Jaguars got the least. I don't know if I should go into conversions. Third down conversions, Colts, that's kind of an important stat. Other than that, red zone attempts, I would say they're 96%. So I guess that can be a stat. They're 96% in the red zone. So that's pretty good, but I just thought I'd maybe show you guys that. Penalties, we'll show that. Titans got the most penalties. We got the least. 17. That's good. Yards. Penalty yards, sorry. Of course, Titans first. And we're the least. And then turnovers. Yes, we should check that out. Browns. 21 turnovers. Difference on the season. Seahawks. Doing really good. 15. Negative 15. And that should be it. I think that's going to wrap everything up. Thanks for watching, guys. Now the next videos will be the off-season antics of myself. Live commentary. Until then, see you later.